Hi, my name is Kristen Gebhardt from the Center for Entrepreneurship at Madison College. Today, let's talk about recruiting great employees for your small business. Running a small business isn't easy. On top of having to compete with large corporations for customers, small business owners also must compete for employees. Small businesses don't normally have the large recruiting budgets or the ability to pay the higher salaries. In the current labor market, it's become even more challenging for small businesses to find quality employees. In part one of this topic, here are 3 tips for you to consider. Number 1, build your employer brand. You already know how important branding is when it comes to attracting customers, but your employer brand is just as important. You want your company to be a place that people want to work for. Most candidates will do some research before applying, and almost all of them will do research before an interview. What do you want them to see? Have a couple pages on your website focused on selling your company as an employer. Share information like diversity and inclusion efforts, employee success stories, and a little about your company culture. Your company mission and values should also be prominently displayed. Also, be aware of your company's Glassdoor page. You can't fully control what ends up there, but you can influence it. Ask your employees to take a few minutes and write a review. If you have a great culture and your employees are happy, they'll share glowing reviews. This gives you a great deal of credibility as an employer. Number 2, be creative with your job posting. A well-crafted posting can be a difference maker. Think of it as a marketing piece. Write a clear explanation of job duties, an overview of the organization, and your selling points for your employees. Write about the culture, employee benefits, and any unique perks you offer, like flexible schedules or the ability to bring your dog to work. Write your posting with a distinctive voice that fits the company culture. Maybe that's quirky or humorous. This can be a fun way to help your posting stand out, although it is still important that it sounds professional. And number 3, consider remote applicants. If you are hiring for a position that can be performed remotely, open it to remote candidates and expand your candidate pool. Even if you are only willing to offer a hybrid option, you are still likely to reach a larger audience. Another benefit is that these days, many employees simply prefer remote work. The pandemic taught us that. If you're open to remote hires, be sure to mark your posting as remote or remote possible on job boards. This automatically makes you more competitive. Lastly, offering flexibility around remote work is a great way to make up for salary limitations. In a recent study, 61% surveyed said they would take a pay cut to continue working remotely. So there you have it. Number 1, build your employee brand. Number 2, be creative in your job posting. And number 3, consider remote applicants. Stay tuned for part 2, where I will give you 3 more tips on how to recruit successfully for your small business. And that is today's 2-minute Trep Tip.